This is Japanese Craft Beer Reviews, and welcome. And today we will look at a beer from the Good Wolf Brewery in Higashiyoshino, Nara Prefecture. It's a small village, about 1,500 people. There's some local artists who work there, and apparently the last wolf in Japan was captured there in 1905. It was founded by Hiroyuki Ishii, who you see here, who was a marathoner and a mountain trail runner, and went to the U.S. and was impressed by U.S. craft beer. And then he and his wife were running in the mountains, as you can see here, the mountains of Nara Prefecture, and they ran down the mountain into this valley and were so impressed they decided they would live there, and they bought a 100-year-old house and then refurbished it and have put a brewery into it. It is one of the most remote breweries I have ever visited. Absolutely beautiful area. The water apparently comes from the mountains nearby, Taiko Mountains, and the brewer said it's exceptionally good water. They have a number of flagship beers they make. Here's the goat who lives next door to them, apparently the neighbor's goat. And the 4 flagship beers are called Ruru, Yuzu B, Black Wolf, and MIPA, Miyoshino IPA. And they also have a number of collaborations that they do with local farmers. Their Yuzu beer, for example, is one, and their Ryujin beer is another, with sweet potatoes grown from a local farmer. And they have a tap room, and it's open on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, and also holidays, if the holiday is a Friday or a Monday. Untapped lists 9 beers from them, and so, again, they're fairly new, not quite well known, and we're going to try 10 different beers from them, and I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. And here is another nice beer from the Good Wolf Brewery in Higashiyoshino, Nara Prefecture. This one is called the Good Wolf Asuka Rubby, or perhaps Ruby. I'm not sure. It's got a double B in it, but it has a nice picture of what I assume is a wolf, a red wolf, in the countryside. And this is a collaboration with a group called Yosemite, I believe that's how they pronounce it. It's spelled just like the national park in the United States, in California, which is a mountaineering equipment store in Kashihara. And they use strawberries from Asuka village in Nara, which is close to Nara city. And so it is a fruit beer, and it's a 5%er. And on Rate Beer, there were no ratings yet at all. And Untapped only 1, so this beer has not gotten out and about much. So the ingredients here include, let me see what we got here. Definitely has barley malt from Germany, German barley malt, some wheat malt, and Asuka Rubby, which I guess is strawberries and hops. And so this should be an interesting beer. I'm not a big fruit beer fan, but if they're made well, I can certainly enjoy them, definitely. Let's try this one out. As I said, I've been impressed with most of the beers I've had so far from them. I've had 6, and this will be number 7. I bought 10 different bottles. Okay, it's not very pretty, I have to say that. It is a kind of sludgy brown, light brown color, something like unfiltered apple juice, with a thin, sloppy sort of head. Okay. It does have some moderate fruitiness, something like apple puree. I'm not necessarily getting strawberries out of this. Well, maybe a touch. Seems more like apples, though, and pears, maybe pureed. And flavor quite similar. Light fruity tartness. It's interesting, but not so impressive. the fruit doesn't really meld with the beer. It tastes more like a fruit drink, which some fruit beers do. And I wouldn't necessarily identify these as strawberries. I mean, the fruit that they put in it. It certainly tastes fruity, but it wouldn't come out to me as strawberries at all. Here. So, kind of thin-bodied, light, kind of light residue and mid palate, sort of tiny bitterness. Yeah. Unfortunately, this one doesn't do it for me. And it's the first one from Good Wolf that doesn't, but in any case. So you may see this around and you can give it a try. I can't recommend this one very highly, but so far anything else I've had from the Good Wolf, I would say go ahead and give it a go. And I do have a playlist of other Good Wolf beer reviews, so go ahead and take a look at those. All right. Okay, that is it for today. Hope you're doing well these days. Take care. Bye-bye.